Good morning and welcome. It's Jilly Cube and I'm here on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. I am going to do more so for probably the beginners because I'm going to do 4 canvases in the different acrylic pouring styles. I'm thinking it might change. I'm going to do a flip cup, a swipe, a chaos blowout, and maybe a dip, flip dip, and I'll work it out. But I still get asked even now after all this time, what's what's a flip cup, what's this cup. I am actually not up to date with all the names that certain people call the same style a certain thing. I'm just going to tell you what my names for them are, so might not be correct, but I just go with it. Rightio. So the first one will be the just the basic flip cup pour. So I think this was my very first attempt at acrylic art myself, doing a flip cup pour, and I think it's easy. I mean, all of them are easy styles once you've done them a few times, so it's not it's not rocket science or anything, but it's just sometimes everything takes a little persistence to to get it to how you want it to turn out. And that doesn't mean that it's the same way that I would like it. So that's the beauty of this. It's all about your own spin on the art, not anything else. You don't have to strive for the results other people get. So that's what it takes the stress off you if you're not trying to achieve an outcome that somebody else has got, that has been acrylic pouring for years and years. So you'll just develop, you absolutely will, from when you first start. Rightio. So I'm just sort of stirring my paints up while I was talking to you, so I'll bring them over. I haven't got a real exciting array of colours today, but I'm hoping these colours will look great in the different techniques that I'm going to do. So let's get to it. I think for the first one, the flip cup pour, so I might move my canvas, move this over. I'm going to just put, this is just my normal acrylic paint. I'm just putting white on the bottom, and then I'm going to add some cool blue, and I'm going to, this one I'm just going to swirl in, so cool blue, and then I'm going to go to some turquoise. How to make up my paints and what pouring medium I use with them, the information will be in the drop down box underneath this video. This is metallic copper. Let's put some of that in there, and I'm going to go to some, it's called Blazing Cloud. So it's kind of like a dirty orange. So I thought I'd go this way today with the blazing orange, and again I'm just going to swirl it in there. I'm not going to pour it down the sides. And then I'm coming back to a colour that's called Sketch Pad. It's kind of like a dirty grey colour, I guess. So I'm going to put some of that in there and swirl that around. And then I'll come to, it's called Turquoise Beach. So I've got lots of nice blues in here, different shades. And then I will go back to the white. Make sure I've got plenty of that in there. And I might put a touch, only a touch of black. Just, I don't want it overtaking it or muddying up my colours, but I'll go black. So like I said, there'll be a flip cup first and we'll go this way. So it's literally what it states is you flip it on your canvas. It's no biggie. I'm going to just pour some white around to help the paint move around the canvas once I've finished or done the flip. So that's just flipping a cup, nothing too dramatic about that one. None of these have got any silicone in, so I am not after cells in this. Look at this though. That's already got some beautiful cells. Look at the colour with that. That's lovely colours, I must admit. So having that white is just enables me to stretch this out a bit. So I'm not worried if I have negative space. I'm just showing you today the different styles that you can do as a beginner or an advanced. It depends, you know, what you fancy. So I'm just giving it gentle tilt. So these are really nice ocean inspired colours, and with that copper in there, it's a bit of the beachy. So these can be very, very nice art to put on a big wall actually, because I find the flip cup, you've just got to tilt it around and it gives you a lovely finish. So I'm not going to actually, I'm going to leave that negative space. So that is your flip cup. I've got a bit of flocking there in my white, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't normally or don't often get that. So give it a hit with the wand. Rightio. We'll go now to, so that was a flip, and I might swap it over. So move the pieces that I've done over to my next. So that was a flip cup. Now I'm going to show you how to do a chaos blow. You know, some people calling it Dutch pours, but mine have never been a traditional Dutch pour because they always end up in chaos. So I've personally always called mine chaos blowouts. I'm just going to add some little bit of just water to my white paint because that is a little bit thick for what it should be. Especially for a blowout, you need it to be a little bit not on the runny side. Lots of people do use it almost water thin. I just don't get good, personally I don't get good results from it when the paint is water thin. So I am just going to show you my particular take on the style of a blowout, a Dutch pour or a chaos blow. This is my take on it. And some people, and like myself, this was my nemesis. I couldn't seem to blow it out when I was watching others' video of very runny paints, and then I just adjusted my paints that suited me better to a bit thicker, and my blowouts turned out so much more. So we've had the flip cup, and now this is going to be a Dutch pour or chaos blow, as what I like to call them. So I'm putting some of the cool blue across there. I will go with the turquoise again, trying to keep similar or same colour palettes. So the turquoise, I will put some white in there. And when I'm doing a blow, I certainly do not blow my white over all the colours. I just find, personally, I just find that dulls all the colours down. It dilutes the colours, so I just don't do it. And this is the copper metallic. And this particular one, I'll put in some of that blazing cloud, which, like I said, is just a bit of a dirty orange. And then what I would normally do, just whip over it with my heat wand, or if you're using a butane torch, but I always find the heat wand is safer. No flame. So I've probably put way too much paint on for this little tiny canvas, but I'm just going to go with it. So I've got, you can use a hairdryer. People ask me if I use the hairdryer on cool or hot. If you've got a cool blow on your hairdryer, use cool, but most of my dryers haven't got cool, so I just do it in, it works just as good for me, even having it on the warm or hot. But probably when you first try and keep your dryer down to the lowest setting till you get the feel of your dryer. So it's going to be harder for me to do a chaos blowout on a tiny canvas than it is a big one. So I'll start. That's as easy as that. I actually do not want to go any further. That's where my mistake personally is. Oh, I was blowing here, blowing it across everywhere, and it just doesn't need it to look pretty. So you can add some wispy bits yourself. You can lean down and blow your edges out if you want. I just find if I do that, all my hair or my boobs end up in it. So I do that off camera. But look at that. That is gorgeous. That's just beautiful, just as it is. So that's another technique we've got down. So I'm going to swap it over again. I'm going to put that one over here. So we've done a flip cup, a chaos blow, and now we will go, I put the canvas this way, I'm going to go for a swipe. So I will layer the colours. I'll probably just put white this way. And I'm going to go white at the top. So this is a swipe. So I'll go my white. I will go the blazing cloud, the dirty orange. I think I might... You can either put your colours down like this, which I'll do today, or you can, see my technique that I do, that I just started, that I like doing, is I wiggle the paints all over the canvas. That's what my swipe would traditionally for me would be. So I'm going to put some of that copper on there, and I'm going to add some of the cool blue, which cool blue is often named phthalo blue. They look the same. I don't know if they're exactly the same, but they look the same to me. So there's no custom colours today. These are all global impasto Australian made paints. Here they are, which I love these paints. They're very, very nice. They're good quality, so I love them. And then I'll put some more of that turquoise beach down, which is a lovely colour. So this is probably a really easy beginner's one as well, doing this. Ooh. Oh, I've got a leak somewhere. What's going on? These are just little paper cups and they're... what's happening? Come on. Behave yourself. There's no, we're not going to do that. That's too easy for you. Rightio. I'll keep it at that. You can either just swipe over the colours like that. I just like to give my colours a little bit of a tilt so they're covering all the baldy spots on your canvas before you even swipe. So now if you wanted more cells, you could put a couple of drops, 1 or 2 drops. I use Helmar Silicone. It's an Australian brand, and you only have to, like, 1 drop is really can create a lot of cells. Or you can add Floetrol. Australian Floetrol gives you lovely lacy cells. So there's options there. I'm going to probably go with the Floetrol option today to do my swipe. Actually, I might try the swipe first of all without, this black has not got any Floetrol or any silicone. So I'll just see. Or I'll do 1 swipe down and show you the difference. Those colours are beautiful together actually, really lovely. So I'm going to just pour. Ooh, that's a thick line. Now I've gone and put the whole thing across the top. I was going to just do one little bit and show you the difference, but anyway, let's just do this. Actually, I'll go down with a wider piece, and I just use a soft plastic. This was a file divider that you can cut it up or do whatever you choose with it. So I'll go down this way. Ooh, looky, wow. No, that's strange. Oh, it's because the other paints have got Floetrol in, a little bit of Floetrol, but I didn't put any Floetrol in my swipe colour, so there you go. It's in the other paints though, but there's no silicone in any of these paints. So that is your swipe, and that's if you want to get nice results like that. See, the cells are beautiful. That's no silicone, so very easy weasy. Okay, so my fourth, that's 3, isn't it? So what shall I do for my fourth? Shall I go, we've done a flip, a blow, a swipe. I was going to do a dip. Maybe I'll do a dip. Yes, why not? We'll do a dip. I'll try and move that out the way. What I'm going to do is put a bit of, I'm going to put a bit of bubble wrap with the bubbles upwards on my table. Normally I would tape this bubble wrap to the table, so I'm just hoping that it'll behave itself. So flip, a lip, a dip. So there you go, it's on the table, and all I'm going to do for my dip is literally, I used to love to do this chevrons, which is V shape on your, so you literally pour in your colours onto your bubble wrap. So I'm not going to do a big area because it's for demonstration purposes, these 4 little canvases. So I just want to show, I'm showing you just the different techniques. And these are only going to be a small amount of techniques you can do. There are so many, but these are probably the most traditional and the easiest ones for beginners to do. So I'll go back to that sort of paint that's called Sketchpad. Yeah, the puppies are growing nicely. It's their first vet visit tomorrow to have their vaccinations, their microchipping and a complete vet check. So they're growing very quick. I'm thinking for a normal dip you would definitely do your paints a lot thicker than I've got them today. I think it always turns out better if you do your paints thicker, but I can see already this has got a chance of going real muddy, but we'll just try it. We'll see. If it doesn't turn out, I'll swap and do another technique for you. So you're literally dipping your paint, dipping your canvas onto that bubble wrap surface, so a bubble wrap dip, and you just press it. It might come out like the dog's dinner, I don't know, because I definitely believe those paints are too runny for the dip. Always come out better for dip for me if the paints are a little bit thicker and tackier. Okay, let's pull this up. Maybe I go to the side. No, that hasn't turned out to crash hot at all, but that is a dip, and like I said, I didn't expect that to be very nice because the paints are far too runny, look, and they've just, but you can probably see that it makes nice kind of patterns in there. And you can certainly use a dip as a background. That isn't a real good example of a dip, so I might have to swap that one out, mightn't I? But I might get that up now. My bubble wrap. It's a wrap, and last one I may do a cup pour. Yeah, not a flip or anything. It's actually pouring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat here and use a canvas that I'm not going to, I just did some testing on. So what I'll do is I'll put an undercut, I'll put some paint over that. So it's also showing that you can repaint over a previously used canvas that you don't particularly like. You can definitely, I think, get better results if you go over a canvas that you've only just poured over and you just scrape the paint off. You can go straight over and do it again. Sometimes if you pour over a piece that's already got dry paint, it can have the tendency to crack your whole painting, so that is, can be a problem. So okie doke, flip cup pour, chaos blow, swipe, a dip. And now this is I suppose it's like you can do it as what's called a waterfall pour. Is just 2 cups or 1 cup together in the... I'll explain it as I go along, it's too difficult. I might just use some real plain like black and white here. Black and white, and that just keep to the classy colours, and the other colour, paper bark, and the metallic copper. Go back to the black, back to the beige one, the copper. Rightio, that's all I think I need. So this one will be I might start it. You can either just do it in, which is called a ring pour. You go round and around and around, or you can start it at the top and do your ring up here, or you can shake it. There's all different ways you can do this. So we will try, I'll start it at the top and I will do a ring from here. So a ring pour. Just holding the canvas up so it's going down the canvas. So the different way you wiggle your cup, it's falling out of my hand, can go different results. So that's round and round, or you can go side to side, and it creates a whole different look. So, and blending the two looks like I'm doing at the moment might be quite interesting. So it's sort of, they'll call this a ring pour, or a cup pour, waterfall pour, if you, and like you can have 2 cups kissing, doing 2 cups at the same time while you do this. There's so many different, ways that you can do different pours for different effects. So I'm just trying to show you a few of them today. So for whatever reason, I am noticing the white underneath is making the whole thing I'm not sure what you call it, fluctuation in the paint. So I'm not sure what I used in that big container mixing up my paint. So this one would be a ring pour, or you can see the rings there. And again, for a ring pour, I would definitely do a thicker mix, because the rings don't show up so well if the mix is thin like it is today. But I'm just showing you as beginners, or the different styles. So I've got 5 different styles there that I've done for you today, and each one definitely needs different density of paint, different thickness for better results. But you, as you start to pour, you will oh, that hasn't come out so well, so I'm going to try make the paint thicker or thinner and go from there. Just give this a whiz over. Rightio. I do like doing this over a pour like this, a figure eight. You just do the paint in a figure eight. Well, it's gone a weird figure eight, I tell you. Figure eight, in figure eight, and then tilt again. So it just gives, this is what I would do if this was a large canvas, just to add some definition in there, and gives it, I believe, a nicer overall look. So I'll stop there, I'll keep going otherwise. Rightio, I'm going to come down and give you a picture of them all, and then you decide which one it is you want to give a try at, or if you already know what to do, then just learn by my mistakes today of having the paint at all one consistency. Doesn't work for every different type of pour. So but the main thing is, guys, is to have fun. So I'll put photos of all the pieces. Enjoy, you lovely people, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.